General, when Rooney say, there's a Rooney no mubisano about Cristiano Ronaldo ni Andre Lionel Messi say who is the better player, and one hesitate to cry and also he think that Messi is the better player. Ojitum say Cristiano Ronaldo is a genius, and I say genius. Na nipa bebree I interpreting no say a time and all the time Cristiano Ronaldo na o envino eno Rooney asaba bonten asaba chirem ze the fact say ogidi say Messi a better player esin ono an former teammate Cristiano Ronaldo no enchire say a time nemum ono eye we Rooney o he two players no no hwede Messi e bobo anema oye ene de ode ball ne ye any influencer he thinks Messi is a better player. I think say nim abrofono a good number of them are honest with their opinions, and they are also not scared about say Okasi and Crawford. But I think say bebrenu nim near relationship between Wayne Rooney and Cristiano Ronaldo. They had some 5 seasons together at Manchester United between 2004 to 2009 under Sir Alex Ferguson. Na the man from Po Adrian almost a time or montem a 2006 World Cup in Germany. A choir Cristiano Ronaldo instigate Emma with Rooney red card. Na England for so good Cristiano Ronaldo so omudi na tamama afi Ronaldo we no obeba England na yedin. It took Sir Alex Ferguson to fly to Lisbon. And only Cristiano Ronaldo eko kasa ya
production can we interman come to me my no
yeah
I don't think so pa home but my
it's not that late
and also mo pay year no
2006 World Cup England versus Portugal
Kwaya Rooney first so free Ronaldo no bosi o say akwaremanya no
these are another crofo home so mo pals Man United because together they had some good times. At that time, they were all very young and so exciting, conquering everybody in England in particular. So, Akoba said, Rooney Asheni England jersey, Cristiano Ronaldo Asheni Portugal jersey, Obie defending a national flag and a national interest. The least anybody expected, say, if anybody from the Portuguese side, and Obe wish it when Rooney so be free more, nan Kenye Cristiano Ronaldo. But Cristiano Ronaldo, for me, instigated it, challenged the referees. So, Omar Rooney red card. Omar red card, on the body language, say he's happy Rooney is out. And in fact, Rooney was so key to the English team at that time. It led to England not progressing, and England for Sugu, Cristiano Ronaldo. So, Sir Alex Ferguson went to Portugal, spoke to Cristiano Ronaldo. He returned to England and Manchester United, and these two guys played together again. And then Rooney GD say Messi is a better player, and people think say out of jealousy, out of hatred. One interesting thing, and it's as we speak, we hear Rooney at the better Obeka say or check Cristiano Ronaldo, but Ronaldo is older than Wayne Rooney. Rooney has retired some several years back, but Cristiano Ronaldo is still up and doing and banging in the goals. Quite interesting. But I want to believe, say, Ronaldo ni Rooney argument, no. Obi choose side biano. I want to believe, say, that's the person's candid opinion. Because Rooney or Cristiano Ronaldo ni competition. Those times now no more United, no. At certain point in time, Rooney was more valuable than Cristiano Ronaldo. But Ronaldo rose above Rooney and then went to the stand of winning the Ballon d'Or in Manchester United whilst Rooney was there. And from that day, Nechi infutrum kwana Rooney huye. Bebrejidi say a discipline and a commitment and the desire to be successful and they keep Cristiano Ronaldo going. But when you talk about raw talent in association football, I belong to those who think that even when Rooney had better skill sets than Cristiano Ronaldo. General, we are no free honoma. Nano you enjoy yenya Abrante wake to your fasi anano betra kwesisibo.
Yeah.
Ebro mune Real Madrid edisieni. Yes, they lost 3-0. Ewo Estadio Municipal Carlos Oviedo, but the applause Kwesizibo nyaye no ne wosoro, and bebrejidi say e kan hu bi enonya the call up that game catch the attention of the handlers of the national team. Most Ghanaian sports pundits called for his inclusion into the national team. Lo and behold, he was called, and he came, he saw, and he conquered. And then you may know so empire mupepepe. We are going to see again Kwesizibo how Beba face to face against the Bavarian, what do you call the Catalonian giant Barcelona. Madrid akohonom akoshe 3 and the 10 of Barcelona. Main interest the score line because Mijidi say Barcelona beko akoshe Real Oviedo Nankasa, they are not playing so well. 5 matches, they've won just 1. And in those 5 matches, they scored just 1 goal. That goal against Real Sociedad, I am almost 3 points. They've lost the other 4 games. So I think they are likely to lose again against informed Barcelona. But I'm looking at how on a Mark Dendenka, the Belgian boy, a bit Mejren Fimfi Honum, na Omne Pedrimo, any Casado mo, any Daniel Omomo, area Pimpim. So because of Zibo, and then I'll be so much interested in that game. My final comments, Uriah friend Ashraf Hakimi. General, it was February 25th, 2023. Sorry, I say Ashraf Hakimi. Why you didn't rababi ni nada? Ni fear ho. Ebra na yire ene ne ba etukwan. Ama erabane de nsema akwada police for. Ama ni de Ashraf Hakimi. Akwada no apolice for akonifie ekoche no. Say why yire eraba ene no ada. Ebepem ne obi anim eraba kro. But ensem no da so honom. Na I think say it was yesterday. And Ashraf for the first time wobina no ubekai sa ansem na enameno so ema ne yire ejai no sisa ne ma ekowi ase oba di jai ni wie oba no so okopa japade ni nchemu no ajefa omko hwe emsa apart from the boxer shorts japade bia ye ne ma midimu di bia wo ne ma midimu inti brotherhood no kra bo Ashraf abaso say he's a super boy and a very smart guy. Because a rabano a fidie no sum no na ne sika ne japade enti we ne baya na se wasam no ko on twema ye nhwehwem se Ashraf di 4 ana odi bim oba ne so oja wade court nche ne japade ni ne sika mu ne ema ne fa omko he na Ashraf that time no I think below 20 or so no but from the age say jama Islam for nkwada no e fa no se usa na unya nware na usu a wajapade fan wa ufudim enewo. So from that perspective Ashraf succeeded say oba no ntumi ngine japade ne fa eno a wakasa no say aposifo no agene DNA omagene nsem nyina da ne hu ne num nsem ne bibia ade say ode amomu na hwehwemu na nche kura ebeba omude omanu di se beba betudwa na ba bia duru no odane nyame ase say ni ho eba bi sign na nipa na ono no okosu sina kan nipa na ose on ayere no ne nada no say nipa no ntumi nyina nimu po ne ena obi aka say ono no oye sei na achre na de bebre adesua oso wasua no eno na ma me interested in the story.
Okay,
o say as a footballer onim pa senkrofo person on be take advantage of them both on and off the field. Into osane onyini nyina no o make sure say the circle no ye quite close. Circle ye now for a man nkrofo mbetima ba wonchen like nkrofo a do metwa o mo ahia a o mbetima twefo afrew o mbetima besraw o betimi no wapie. O say now ade na esi ye ntino wa man the circle na say so close. Now he's careful in selecting friends.
Yeah.
People he call friends. Nye obia ne beba benanti aba no a obeji na tum so na damfo.
Okay.
Enye obia ne beba na obetimi ampo asere a kire no. Na de enei na nichi sem ne say ensem ne ba ne ma no omususua omunim internet. Enti ntro ne anugu asesem e twrofa no nyina ne ma ne hu. Ba de be ye ne ya ne say ne ma ne benyini no mbete say ne papa no oyire ma na ne omuda. Ebepem na ehye ne so na ehye na reho yi. I think that the footballers should continue to learn from this and tighten their circles. Not even footballers, famous guys. Some will try say, "Ube close your circle." No, na nkrofo mbit ma ben obebre no. Why you so much careful about it? Because there are some people are omo just to make sure say oba abepe bibi asebio wo wabrenya na on deserve. Once again, until such a time, a man omo de nsem to nkrofo so, nti players so. Na asam ne yedi wie na se nipa no ani bi mama dwem say disclosing your identity.
Yeah.
Na we are say I was sisi na enye fair to member honestly. Ye ni member advocacy groups so. Otherwise case brotherhood. A member advocacy group no. Yes we are sorry. Na afa de kodu level say esese ama no mo de sansem to nkrofo so no. So mu di for dia ye di omu identity eba abonten ko tim ko kunchen trokese e de to obi so na wa kansem wanyina fa nipa no ne agu nanim ase e ko wiase na sanya no kra trobom na ko obi animo me kasai ti say yi de yi mendidi obi nim ne sai wura banje mo na mo po obi fufuro e de adwuma kro adi no na nke hu sa asomasi e na ye mendi say ya enko ba na obi ehunu that nti wo so no di bi wo be obi ananko obi ehunu sa asomati say no ote. So I think the earlier the world look at that one, the better. Minim say last me catch minim say ohwe mendi ni ewuraba ni de na.
Yeah.
Ebu omu gina shower ase. And wo be ya wo ye bibia. Mendi was smart. Oh, focus na ofuru san gri. Bajuma left and right.
Ba so repu me.
Oh yeah, no asa akoso a repu me. Minkase party innocent. But does it make sense for somebody to tell us, say, assume I say I rape me in prince and so. I rape me bako, I rape me no, I rape me and son. We rape first one, and how and to me, what's our call? What's I rape you and how what to me? No, what's our call? The prince and so. Uncle away day. Now rape your hobby. A day. Ubeheno na first one say bibi sample say be a first one any evidence. They are no ya no or pardon say I would
evidence, yeah.
2 years no got that document. The guys would have to be careful about these ladies. They are just gold diggers.
Wow. Okay. When it comes to P ukrum ha. Ntia omo ye more reliable. Ana
oh yenua no ma no ha ne de ehumobro ne o madum nti crofone in nam street no so a omundem.
Because I'm for the year almost so more boko.
We are Naja, the Nimbiguasi, the Naja, or the Asheno.
Tomo Jessica di Pa Moncan son Cajon.
I'm Jessica di. Now, the OG free, free.
You know, Obaju Sikadia, Wadam for Grand Jim Ganjano, Wadam for Bess, Obey you, Obaga zoning answer, or down on your scammer, man, to the best show. It's almost the mom fan show, Mosa, I said,
Odian, I never Sicaro Mudi.
That's what I get to gymnastic to it.
Why is a lumber? No, don't go.
You know,
a lumber boy, be a beating boy.
I am correct.
To be a juicy caddy, simple.
Oh, men, met name canto. So busy, so bad you to Canada.
The body is on what GD am for Fasubiama.
Oh, BS. We they say that was him canto.
Okay.
Sir, would they channel the and hydro bank? How they channel no baby?
Yeah.
No what we and be squares on sign can I?
Yes.
Yeah, man, they are down for no him fried rice.
David, never good to laugh. A boy 11 o'clock. Oh, coffee, says I. Or 10 taxi manager. You know, bid walk what na pap. I spend one at 11 o'clock. No October and Kuneti Lapia, I was with Kofi Akudi. Or run him Cosro. Partner Georgiana.
I'm not for the evening. Maybe
and then it was.
And then was say, on you go for this game, you never tried it.
It didn't know maybe office or them.
Maybe I don't sports office.
On the show TV, no, actually, the volume comes from laughing. They are not paid your hair.
Koswa. Though Naro said Rooney had a better skill set than Ronaldo. Can he name them? Watching how Ronaldo played at United, I doubt if Rooney had a better skill set than Ronaldo. Ronaldo was unmatched during his time. He was a better all-round player than anyone during that time. Jake Takrade, briefly.
Jake, so the early days of Wayne Rooney and in the early days of Cristiano Ronaldo, I think it was common knowledge. Say Ronaldo Rooney had better skill set, ball control, passing, tackle, everything. It may be when Rooney was playing as even a midfielder, central midfielder in the latter part of his game. Rooney, what they free be a number 8, coca number 11, a baby, I'll be to my bamo. Ball control. I to say Cristiano Ronaldo at the early stages probably was a better dribbler than Wayne Rooney. That could be for me the only thing. But Ronaldo developing the game, ever be Rooney along the line. But what I say, until I feel say natural talent at the early stages of their lives, I rated Rooney ahead of Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay, 2006 England Portugal no production nanya.
Okay.
Rooney so free no briefly ni enhwe kakra bi na yen free a hustle enko. Okay sa game.
Yeah. That was quarter
Ronaldo
final.
Rooney. Man for mo Kessben TV. There Rooney nya red card no. Okay, Ronaldo they said that could provoke no.
Yeah.
No nya no man referee no it's on red card.
Ferguson had to travel.
Yes.
To Portugal.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe say Ronaldo mama because of the English media.
Yeah.
Also now Ronaldo pushy referee ni say man red card and Rooney pushy Ronaldo say what do you think you are doing? Also Ronaldo Rooney train Ronaldo.
Is it when they hear red card for Rooney?
I don't know.
So there was a fisticuff. Rooney
I know amba.
Okay. Initial video no senka.
Okay.
Yeah, player no that formula down.
Okay.
Initial video.
Yeah, no. Okay.
There was a stamping from Rooney.
Okay. The day until Ronaldo. I dream so on the provoke Rooney. My show record. Emma Ferguson, a two quite called Portugal.
Yeah.
Not a serious issue.
Oh, say tackle no by
tackle any.
Yes.
Okay. That is it. Okay.
Which player was
Ricardo Carvalho?
Ricardo Carvalho. Carvalho the
So a incident in
and
okay.
Ronaldo saw it.
yes, referee no see
Ronaldo na DM ni kefre chiri.
Horacio Elizondo, the best referee in the world at that time, and his name no. Sergio.
Have you seen it? Ronaldo kra no ni see no DM rika aneba referee no ebe push referee ni say a red card. Until that time na Ronaldo ni Rooney ni Ronaldo referee ni jira ho. Na Ronaldo DM rika free chiri ba referee no ebe catch and say it's a red card offense.
Okay.
Until Rooney honum na Rooney stepped on the foot of this one. Then there was another step on Ricardo Carvalho as well.
Okay.
So the incident was, of course, a red card.
Yeah.
But Osha baby a referee and that time when an impact, it's possible. Ronaldo, TM Ricardo, what Tiana. Now Rooney, what do you mean? O pushing no corner. Ronaldo didn't care about Rooney. All he cared about was to get the red card.
Yes, you know, Rooney, Ronaldo,
red card no koya no say afa
when the man England no mujuaru
no dinatemu
okay it's not and so I don't know
206 so we are talking about some 19 years ago
in the first World Cup.
The reason why females who accuse men of rape are not disclosed is to prevent a situation where females who are genuinely raped will be scared to come forward to make a complaint to expose such men. Kofi dey no.
Kofi asem no ka. Me jitum ntina me say omo ayebedi asem na wi ebehu say they were not genuinely raped.
Okay.
Omo difo no. Ese ye me hu.
Okay.
Man ka say obaa bi obekọ akọ reporting rape. Yin show ni identity.
Then the harvest girl no way.
You no.
Look at
after so decades na wi. So mu differ e ma yen hu omo.
Na make say. Harvest oba no way. Look at the level of embarrassment. Sheniama than a harvest akum. Shanyama will lose.
We're losing the contract. We're losing the sponsor.
Yes, I might not. Yes, fine.
Yeah. Just say they could do about the prison 4 matches.
Okay.
And where is he?
So Rooney being versatile doesn't mean he's more talented. He was more talented than Ronaldo. Okay, but also the I don't know.
Franco Nkasa. Yeah. Asem no ka eya omunti. Onkasa. The other first message in the Bible crowd, but initially he wanted to disagree with Franco, but he brought the word overall. Everybody agree with Franco. Overall. On Kokan baby, I say Rooney was more talented. That is not what he said.
Dr. Franco Naro has done an excellent job highlighting how unfairly men are often treated when facing allegations. I hope he pursues another degree in sexology and publishes articles based on his research. Such work will be a true masterpiece if and could help ensure that women who make false claims are held accountable. On Germany, and anyway, sexology.
It's an interesting area.
Yes.
I will look at it.
Okay.
It's an interesting area.
Okay. And obey authority hopa. But some just
no can any further.
So me adumo asache de no. Sa area no ya de obia what my nhwemu ye pa abre ade a ebeye nsen na wa ma wiase nyina. And you know what is wrong with that? This is not a laughing matter.
Sexology. The scientific study of like human sexual
man relationship near
senior man in Mema or and Kitemu was sitting in Munsem. And I'm saying an area of that you will be so much. What I think of us, we can claim for 1 hour. This is unfair. This is unfair.
Do Casa Monty. None is all quabruchi grano. If you be banners if I will, they are feels.
Can you imagine? This is extremely unfair.
We authority was our area.
Serious. No authority. Authority. Maybe a science student.
Okay.
Student of science. We won't hear a sociologist. It's another area.
But so contact a lot of people. Now they will feel
of course.
Yeah.
So me decided you be my main consultant. The day I decide to do, you be my main consultant.
Oh yeah, I'm not talking about.
I'll consult you on so many issues.
No problem. What you do?
Send me your paper. That's it. You also as a consultant. Marie.
This is unfair. Highly unfair. The music is also. Andy.
You know.
You come on.
Okay. You know, on the stories I've told you they started from the camp of FC Barcelona on Frenkie de Jong. Papa B say Frenkie de Jong 6 years in Barcelona because he was part of the Ajax team that dismantled Real Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu. Got to the field, lose to Tottenham Hotspur, Lucas Moura match under Mauricio Pochettino. Now you're part of that team. Now after that, a performance for years. Omo players now be a free bobo konim echo team for echo join here. Now he team some players now koye offer Mataya Delete, offer Lizaskon, offer Hakim Ziyech. Said you all these players are moving out. Tony van der Beek, David Neres, omo nyina koye. One player what me stay one team at check Frenkie de Jong. Problem as our players when in our face on so Barcelona no o face bi yem pam no the performance na nye o Jessica kese ye nya ne kwan ma ne nko on edru ba bi onu tutu onye na de to okọ ti usika so mente so ama reduction na ba bi duru ne na no penny be say so for Frenkie de Jong Barcelona decided so on be extended the contract initially. Now come on extend the contract in dada. But on any agent, said you, on any agent your friend Ali Delson, on what ye jumba for 15 good years. Until now, the so on the papem, by finally, on the papem, I'm on the Sebastian Dawson, a year, Juma. Until no, I'm on the Barcelona, agree, say. I feel your Baba extending a contract to 3 years. Ediama FC Barcelona, no what me at now, etimi Abo Juma said, yes, say. Clearly, so what is it got to say Frenkie de Jong? FC Barcelona said, you expect people, so I'm about criticize you, especially when you don't have the numbers to back your claims based on his area and the role on the field of play. So for Frenkie de Jong, I said, by Barcelona, he was earning 700,000 euros a week. And as he can swat it COVID time, and then they were about to do 365,000 euros in 7 days. Or a second to Robert Lewandowski, or the Barcelona wage bill. Now, say, Openilisi on say ya bomb match a week. I'm obi a cat match ya ye boy ye dear. And then the Frenkie de Jong a winnie. Two things in tin open in. Number one, say Joe, any football and no ye discussing with her. Ye judge our game never baby si o say. Ye judge our game never baby o assist say. And only ye key in judgment recently. I tested about the third one because so be a pewachili kwaya or boss who are the statistics now all here. And no person in soccer and son what me Eddie Adejo. So person mana unya from Frenkie de Jong because Frenkie de Jong how many times can or get it closer to the opponent 18-yard box again within the Barcelona team. So also we are arrangement and that's how we by positioner. He is the number 6. And in this particular role, he acts as a central defensive midfielder. And since you know, on defended Yama, whether Femi Lopez, Daniel Obo, or Abrantia, your friend Pedri, he just behind Pedri. And today be an game, a revolve in front of on 18-yard box and the central midfield of the pitch. And who Frenkie de Jong baby goes okay and who I'll be hune ba kope. Oko who say or the final pass to the striker obe hune ba kope. Intinde no nya dia odibe huno. And again the role now all bono e man yedin se game no be hu say o influence game baby. So okay Frenkie de Jong in Ajax he is second to a laser scone. No enable. Even in the Dutch national team or next to a Ryan Gravenberch. Into the beer the honor, he detect the tempo or your tempo controller. Or no net said your ball enco benkum, enco brel, enco fast, yen fanani home, yen try home, yen recycle play, and only idea who from Frenkie de Jong. But in Barcelona, that role has been given to Abrantia, your friend, Pedri. And in the role, Nankasa onim ye, onimbo, odibe hum wo game move baby and said, yo, Saro no Pedri nebo. Into what here is Spain. And in Netherlands, the UEFA Nations League, Sadan or Spain midfield team on the field of play because or a Sally will rule now near Diamond. It was between him and Pedri. Now, my Pedri a small boy in that particular game. But in Barcelona, the role had been given to a different player. In the end, in so and you know, the moment that two players with the same profile, no, Bakobe P. Into ya check teams no more double number 10. No. Check Belgium national team with KDB and then Eden Hazard. She Neymar and Coutinho. She Ronaldo and Kaka. She Rivaldo and Ronaldo. Who said there be a double number 10? No. Bako ira na bako pie. Look at the recent Manchester United team. Who said bako ira na bako pie. The same thing applies to central area if you decide to pair both players with a similar profile. Bako ira na bako pie. Into the opening Canadian. So person Frenkie de Jong. A boy no influence game the Adinoa. Give the Pedro role to him, and yes, idea it will be difficult. So be who's Abranteno or influence game to say your peso hono. But say Joe, so opo central midfield. Now Jessica Kessie say idea easily. Obiati Echiras Ano Beckham because o check all the top teams in the game. Very few ones now be who say players are omuma goals. Players are yabo omudin and team with your omuno omuna Jessica Kessie. Go to ATM. Giano Black and the Jessica Kessie or Nidiano had the odd one out. And then no Ababina will be to say Julian Alvarez. Ababekaho. Real Madrid it is killing Mbappe. David Alaba the answer the odd one out. Very soon Vini Jr. will overtake him because in the last season go to Italy. It is Lautaro Martinez, it is Dusan Vlahovic, it is KDB in Napoli, come to England. Raheem Sterling and Sergio Okobe Bia, Mo Salah, Ellen Holland, all the big guys, all the attacking players, because game no omuna ye point bomb din omuna influence game and we have Frenkie de Jong now the noble central midfield now the 365,000 euros a week. You expect that level of criticism again on same free speed, so that backlash and that bash, obviously will come on board.
Andy, do you think we really give much reverence to the defensive midfielders? Said already can say starts and I limit the money in terms of sending per se. And the sale of Makalele to Chelsea.
Yeah.
One of the things Mazidani bufu pa because he saw the game revolves around him. Even at a point in time when Zidane retired from the French national team, back ahead of Germany 2006, he told them so back convincing Makalele no count. So at times we don't give much reverence to those kind of players, so Sergio Busquets. And the analysis but essentially Juma yema final pass in the final third for you to expect goals lay and placing much importance on them. So for me, I think Frenkie de Jong is a top player.
The difference is that all those players that you mentioned have different profiles, and the work rate and the kind of work offer team on the field of play is clearly different from Frenkie de Jong. Casemiro, Makelele. It's a key. Real Madrid about 10 transfer windows. Replacing Makelele. Now after Sergio Busquets, Barcelona is just trying to have 2 players to replace him. It's still not working in the European scene. In the domestic scene, Frenkie de Jong and Pedri are all over the place. But when it comes to the Champions League, Barcelona and team here, it is all for Michael Essien. It is the reason why from Claude Makelele, Michael Essien, N'Golo Kante, Moises Caicedo, Chelsea go through the ranks to replace those players
with similar profiles.
And almost said the game give you so much premium to them, but presence you felt on the field of play as compared to Frenkie de Jong. And all those players, almost say players are the skill, flamboyant, that is the word. But opinion how important those players are.
They are mostly good without the ball.
Exactly.
That is where you see them.
They eat the spaces, clear the lines, cover the spaces, intercept and interrupt play. But Frenkie de Jong, so Pedri be offer offer fana pass, offer go. She go na Pedri again Levante no. Inti we are the Frenkie de Jong be no. Pedri be yes no sa di go account. Inti obi anko kai de no. That is the difference. Now General, Atletico Madrid ball match na omo will game on Saturday 2:15 at the Metropolitano against Real Madrid. No coach koyi Julian Alvarez Efrim and a Casana sorry bill. Sir Adena Diego Simeone cry, oh yes sir. Adentina and some branch and enjoy because the games are born and send or free and a Casana sorry. And Barcelona fans and so 30 believe we say the next striker to lead the line after Robert Lewandowski, it should be that boy. Initially, it did the contract to 2030. Now, a piece of good news to Arsenal. Nancy, how to say player be free, especially the French boys. What is a Madrid airport? Into Nancy, Ibrahim Konate, but Team IFL Liverpool for Nichima. The entire extended a contract and they say Real Madrid fire on the Senate on Befano because Rudiger will leave Alaba and Sobeko into central defense or no. Ebeba Beka Sensio, Jen Heisen, and then Eda Militao, a just reinforcement. Into Konate. Liverpool for say he's not extending a contract because of a Real Madrid. Nano, that you Pemicano so nearby. So no the contract you are or Bepeso or Beco Real Madrid. All the French guys Epeso or Moko Real Madrid. And obeying the history between Madrid and French guys or French players are my Babebo team. Again, so how Javi Alonso Oliencho Bene and Kelly Mbappe within the Real Madrid team. Oh, yeah, France, now you love to join the train as well. I'm a Vietnam. And Saliba, upon all the players, now say you're more pen for me. only the best among the 3 French guys now. Omopen, he offers you solidity. Now the other mount a defense no within the Madrid backline. The profile is different. Rudiger and Bema Sebi in Tinkoya can be a perfect addition to the Madrid team. Again, Arsenal Akofa Christian Mosquera. Now the games now, or boy, yeah, not Saliba anyone. You know, he was perfect. But Sergio, so what build it arguably the most consistent and the best centre back pair in the Premier League in the last 3 seasons? Sergio, you need to keep sad defensive pair, no? Because in the Premier League, few teams na team anya bi. Na teams no mo team anya bi nyina o mo de chocolate success. Sergio, the Manchester United pair of Jastam and then Dennis Irwin. You talk about Vidic, Rio Ferdinand, Ricardo Carvalho, John Terry, Sol Campbell, Kolo Toure. Sergio, omo nyina omo the mass success. Into Arsenal, first, not one area Arsenal pay your defense, but you know, you pay him pay. And the Arteta, there has been solidity at the back line. Into Unya Wena Unya Gabriela, you are good to go. So it's good. So Arsenal are conversing and so on. Now for 3 years and kind of contract. And kind of contract and be 2027 and almost on for 3 years and kahon and Enra Eberiche Eze. Seju Onoswan and so on the presence once again. Look at that assist for Gabriel Martinelli and look at the goal that he scored yesterday for Eyetima, your friend Arsenal. Once again, the rotational policy for any of the big teams, you know, Juma. But for me, he did well yesterday. And Manchester City, 2 solid and quality goals from Savio and then Abranti AFA Foden. Gradually Foden so pick season, you know, and the last season you know cry, but this season or pick crack. Pep team said you and you could go to say the Brighton show, but to say the Tottenham was show, you know, they were outplayed by Arsenal, but at least team secure a draw in that game. I think Cestella preseason enough for Pep or warming itself up and head the top teams in the game. It looks as if Sasa careful. You person your mom G League last in Anabeji, PSG in France, Napoli first in the Syria, Real Madrid, even with all these and some I can't find Madrid also all man good season. No, Barca 88 points, now Madrid 84 points last season. Now Madrid are first on the league table. The German Bundesliga is Bayern Munich and the Premier League is Liverpool. Teams now last season said you, Omuji Bibia, you careful. Omo abesa repeat the titles of team every year, league title last season. Okay.
The contract extension nature say on move on now.
Obetimi move, but Real Madrid any Madrid say omo de sika because I do. Sisi Saliba.
Well, in 2027.
O say.
No, 2027.
Yes.
But still not interested.
Yes.
In the first 3 years, I can't just say I'm interested. But
you look around and compare it to players almost like problem we free. Because offer Konate says in the contract, no, we are in September. I can't 10 months. Into Konate are available. Nasa Saliba are available. O compare a new price now. Obviously, we the other firm because I do. Saliba Konate say Odi 30 kraba 10 months. Ebi also over January. I can't 5 months. But umbeje mwako. And omumi know about the French national team. In as much as I prefer Saliba over him, there's another good player who has seen it all. Playing the French national team, won the Champions League, won the Premier League. It's a debut na sejo pepe. Into omumi enu no. Say buono baako of femwa. Oh ha who say. Oh kwa chase will be at the contract na 2 years. No kwa sign because Saliba sejo see I heard the transfer market. Saliba will be around 90 million. Okay. Because for fun I'm 70 million there. Saliba will be around.
We had a Salbe mistake the biao.
No, you know team in Tonchene.
Yeah.
It's free. Okay. Two
compare that goalkeepers. Where mistake.
Oh, okay.
The first year
no, I'm looking at the contract extension as well. The quality of
Kepa was around 72 million pounds.
That's how time they turn with Safiga no deserve.
Donnarumma is around 20 million.
Chelsea.
Okay. It is a Saliba said you will order the register.
We'll figure it okay, but for fun now.
Okay.
What is that?
Okay, Matthias. What are the man finding compare? Oh, okay.
Fofana no deserve us scan the Kofa.
Ah, okay.
There are a lot of players at teams that Kofa Oma. Scan the Kofa mun deserve.
But Joe, that is the recent market.
Maybe also mun deserve.
Club decides.
Maybe also deserve.
But you know,
Saliba out on 90 million.
Deserve. That's true.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm talking about. I agree. I shouldn't do the comparison. But again, in the recent market, there, you know, you should be paying around 100 million for this player. You should be paying around 100 million, and Madrid will not do that. Sarah Madrid, the 100 million euros. Defender. Defender, they won't do that. And again, their business aspect and issues when it comes to money, you know, I think Madrid in him. Can you free players no more? Sikasemi issue, they will not be willing to pay such amount.
Emrani ko abodi bako apaimu enter Africa stories no so Mohammed Eddie Ebebre